I still remember the sound of her laughter echoing from the kitchen that night, light, carefree, the kind of sound I used to fall asleep to. But that night it didn't sound the same. It sounded staged. I was sitting in the living room, laptop open, pretending to work. Her phone was face down on the counter, lighting up every few minutes with a soft buzz. She said it was a college group chat. I wanted to believe her, God, I really did. For months, I'd been brushing off the quiet doubts. The sudden gym memberships, the late-night project deadlines, the way she'd started locking her phone even in the shower. We'd been married 8 years, and I thought we were solid. We had routines, movie Fridays, Sunday breakfasts, inside jokes. But somewhere in those routines she'd started pulling away, piece by piece, so gently that I didn't even notice the gap forming. Then one evening she mentioned him casually. Oh, that's just a college friend. He's helping me with the alumni fundraiser. Just a college friend. Those 4 words would later replay in my head like a curse. It started small, small enough that I questioned my own sanity. She'd smile at her phone during dinner. Her perfume changed. She'd spend extra time getting ready, even if we were just going to the grocery store. But what broke me wasn't what she did. It was how normal she acted through it all. How she'd lean over, kiss my cheek, and ask if I wanted another cup of coffee, while texting him beneath the table. One night I finally asked her, "Who's Daniel?" She didn't flinch. "I told you, a college friend. We're working on the fundraiser." "Then why did he text you at 11:43 p.m.? She smiled and said, "You're overthinking again, Adam. You know I'd never do anything to hurt you." And just like that, she made me feel guilty for even asking. But I couldn't let it go. The seed of doubt had taken root, and it started growing in every quiet moment. I tried checking her phone once while she was showering. Passcode changed. I asked about her weekend plans. She'd say meeting with the committee, then come home smelling like a cologne I didn't own. That's when I decided to hire the detective. It felt wrong at first, deceitful. But I told myself I wasn't spying to hurt her. I was searching for the truth I couldn't live without. The detective, an older man named Harris, spoke with a tired kind of wisdom. "You sure you want to know, son? Sometimes people think they do, but truth's a heavy thing to carry." "I need to know," I said. 3 days later he called me. His voice was calm, almost too calm. "Mr. Turner, I think you should come in." When I arrived he didn't say much. Just handed me an envelope. I don't remember opening it. I remember the sound, the faint rip of the seal, the shuffle of printed photos, and then silence. The first photo was of her, my wife, sitting in a restaurant booth leaning across the table. Her hand over his. That same smile. The same tilt of her head she used to give me when she was falling in love. The next photo. The 2 of them in the parking lot. His hand on her waist. Her head on his shoulder. And the last one, the one that killed something inside me, was of them kissing outside a hotel. I didn't cry. Not then. Not in front of Harris. I just stared at the photo until the edges blurred. Until my hands started trembling. He said softly, "I'm sorry, son. You deserved better." That night I drove home in silence. She was there, sitting on the couch, scrolling through her phone like nothing had changed. "Hey," she said, smiling. "You're home early." I looked at her, really looked at her. The woman I'd shared my life with, my secrets, my mornings. And for the first time I saw a stranger. "I met your college friend today," I said. Her smile faltered. "What?" "Daniel," I said. "The one helping with the fundraiser." She froze. Just for a second, but I saw it, that flash of panic before she recovered. "What are you talking about?" I handed her the envelope. She opened it slowly, the color draining from her face as the photos slid into her lap. Her lips parted, but no words came out. "Say something," I whispered. Tears welled up in her eyes. "Adam, please, it's not what you think." But it was exactly what I thought. Exactly what I feared. "You told me he was just a college friend," I said. My voice shook, but I didn't yell. "Do you have any idea how many times I defended you? How many times I told myself I was crazy?" "I didn't mean to hurt you," she cried. "Then why did you?" She couldn't answer. Just sat there, sobbing softly, clutching the photos like they were proof of her own destruction. I didn't throw her out that night. I didn't scream or break anything. Instead, I went upstairs, packed a bag, and left. For weeks she tried calling, texting, apologizing. She said she made a mistake. That it was emotional, not physical, as if that made it better. But every time I thought of forgiving her, those photos came back. Her smile. His hand on her waist. The look in her eyes, the one that used to be mine. It's been 6 months now. The divorce papers are signed. She's moved out of state, I think. Some nights I still find myself replaying those moments. The dinners, the laughter, the little lies disguised as love. But the truth is, I'm not angry anymore. I'm just empty. People think betrayal feels like fire, rage, heartbreak, chaos. But it doesn't. Feels like silence. Like sitting in a room full of memories that no longer belong to you. The detective called me last week just to check in. "You holding up okay, son?" he asked. I said, "Yeah, I think so." Then he said something I'll never forget. "You know, truth may hurt, but lies, they rot you from the inside. At least now you're clean." Maybe he's right. Maybe pain is just another form of cleansing. All I know is, whenever I hear her laughter in my memory now, it doesn't sound staged anymore. It just sounds distant. Like something that once belonged to me but never really did.